I was hoping I would have the wind at my back for the paddle home, but that might not be the case. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We are on some BLM land just outside of Carey, Idaho. And it's a beautiful morning. We are right next to a stream called Silver Creek. And I didn't actually know anything about Silver Creek, but I text my parents every night and let them know where I am, and they looked at the GPS location, and my dad was like, oh, that's a really good fishing stream. So maybe we'll do a little fishing. Time to show you guys where we are on the map. This is where we stayed near Henry Lake, and we came down south and then west a little bit and stayed on the Teton River in that beautiful canyon of last episode, and then came across and a little bit south to Craters of the Moon, where we took a little driving tour through Craters of the Moon and a little hot spring somewhere around there. And then last night we camped right here-ish near Carey, Idaho. So I have this backcountry route on my phone that goes all the way through Idaho. And we're not that far from where the backcountry route starts, or where I could jump on the backcountry route. But this is still very early spring, and I suspect a lot of it goes through mountains and may not be accessible. But we're gonna jump on it anyway, and we're gonna see where we can go. May have to dive off of it quite a lot, but I don't know. You never know if you don't try. Now you're gonna eat just when I was gonna put your bowl away. All right, we'll leave it out there for a little bit. I can't take the canopy down until he's finished eating. It's gonna be a minute. Mountains all around. These are some really snowy mountains. And I think those really snowy mountains are where that backcountry trail that I want to take, it goes through. So it's probably going to be skirting around some snowy mountains, but it should still be pretty and is a nice indirect route as we head our way north to Canada. Up. 1, 2, 3. Good boy. Oh, that's your butt. Sit your butt down. And your tail. And your tail. I just love all the sagebrush. It makes me happy. It reminds me of my childhood when my parents would haul all the kids in a travel trailer out west. And yeah, just good. Sagebrush brings up good memories. We've made it to Ketchum, Idaho, and there's still a lot of snow on the ski area here. I wasn't able to drive through downtown because they had a lot of construction going on and a big detour around the very cute little downtown. We're driving down Warm Springs Road, and it goes over what's called the Dollarhide Pass. I've driven this road before in summertime, and I suspect it's going to be closed or impassable due to too much snow at some point. But we're going to try. We're gonna see what the story is, and I mean the only way to know if it's passable is to try to drive down it. Let's see if they have any information on their sign. No information on the sign. Down here in this lower part, it's perfectly fine. It's a paved road for a bit, but we'll see what happens a little further up. And it may be that I just drive down this road for a little while and find a camp spot back here. There's a little sign here that says the hot springs are flooded, which would not be surprising this time of year because they get the runoff from the snow melt. It's definitely looking like the hot springs are probably flooded, but we're gonna go take a look. This is where the hot springs are, from there, over there. The road is closed for 2 more days. The road we're on is part of that backcountry route I was talking about this morning, the road that's closed. So we gotta go around. Total change of plans. I was able to get a hold of a friend of mine that lives in Bellevue, Idaho, which is right down the road. And I'm gonna go stay there for the night, and then we'll make plans to do something else the next day, which I think is gonna be, I don't know. We'll figure out what that's gonna be. But yeah, I'm gonna go someplace I can get a shower and catch up with an old friend. That was really good to stop and reconnect with an old friend, and I should do more of that. Absolutely. I think as you get older, connecting with people in your life and reconnecting with people in your life becomes more of an important thing, and I'm very glad I did that. Plus, I got my laundry done and got a shower and was sent away with like 3 days worth of dinner. So that's amazing. And now we're gonna do a little administrative thing, and then I need to go to Twin Falls, which is the nearest city that will have what I need, which is a new computer mouse, because I keep losing them. Like, this is my 4th computer mouse so far of this trip. I just can't find my mouse. So we're gonna head to Twin Falls, get a computer mouse, and then make a plan. There's a lot of sagebrush and a lot of lava in between Sun Valley and Twin Falls. It's a very stark landscape, but very cool. A new mouse has been obtained, and now we gotta figure out where we're gonna go. We're gonna do a little homework. All right, we have our watercraft inspection. But first we're gonna hike to this little overlook. I don't know how kind of boat stuff works in eastern states, but in most western states, you do need to get, Fluffy's wrapped around me, you do need to get a boat inspection, and they're inspecting for an invasive species, a certain type of mussel. quagga mussel that is an invasive species in most places out west, and you just need to get your boat inspected, and most of them include kayaks and non-motorized boats along with motorized boats, and it's free, and they just give you some paperwork. And then in Idaho and in a lot of other states, you also need to purchase an invasive species sticker. And cool, good news, we can just do that online. I don't need the actual sticker, which they will send to my house. I just need the receipt for the sticker. What are you doing? You just sticking your face in the shrubbery? And look how tall this sagebrush is. This sagebrush is taller than me. It's kind of cool. This is a pretty canyon. Oh, and I don't know what the name of this bridge is, but the river is the Snake River. This is pretty. I mean, I wish we were here when there were more dramatic clouds or something, but it's pretty. And you can paddle up this river, the Snake River here, and get to what's called Shoshone Falls. I don't know whether it's pronounced with the E on the end, Shoshone or Shoshone, but they're supposed to be pretty cool, but it's a little more adventurous than we would like for today. And it's lovely. I guess I should show you guys. Oh, and there goes a crow and or raven. Oh, that's cool. There's some springs issuing from the cliff over there. Besides the volcanic stuff, I don't actually know anything about the rest of the geology in this area. Like what parts are volcanic, what parts are sedimentary. I don't know. I mean, it does look to me like these bands on the cliff behind me are probably sedimentary, but not a geologist. I am not a geologist, so I don't know. Right where we parked is this cool little baby cascade. That's pretty neat. Now let's see if we can figure out how to walk behind the falls, because there's no, maybe a trail here, but there's no signs or anything that say you can do this. Once again, I'm totally wearing inappropriate shoes for this journey. That's really impressive. I love this so much, and it feels so good here. Like, it's nice and cool. I'm actually a little surprised that Fluffy Dog voluntarily walked behind that, because he's not a big fan of waterfalls. That was really cool, and now we're headed someplace that I also think will be really cool, assuming the weather holds. Spring is really starting to spring here in southern Idaho. It's very pretty. And it's somewhat warm. It's a little windy, but it's like almost 70 degrees. It's 68 on my car thermometer. And we are headed to what's called Blue Heart Spring to kayak into a pretty blue spring. It's kind of an Instagram famous place, but I don't think it's going to be too busy right now. It's best done in actually really hot weather, because the water is 56 degrees, but we're here now. It looks like there's 3 different places that you can put in to kayak or paddleboard or whatever up the springs, and we're doing the closest one. It does cost $10 to launch your boat from there, but it's really close. The free one, the public boat launch, is like 6 miles away, so we don't have time for that. It's kind of getting later in the afternoon, and ain't got no time. I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to go here. They've got a lot of stuff under construction, and I don't see any obvious signs about where we're supposed to go. Let's see if the office is open. I think it might be. Let's go find out. That was easy peasy. We got our parking pass. You just have to purchase it online, but then when you get here, they give you a parking pass. And they have restrooms, which is nice. They have a little campground, and normally, that's lovely, Fluffy. Normally you can't park right next to the boat launch, but since it's low season, he said I could park right by the boat launch. So that's what we're gonna do. Good boy. Let's get the back end in. All parts in. Good boy. I know this is not your favorite thing. You could lay down, buddy, if you wanted to. I don't think kayaking was on Fluffy's bingo card today, but he is an experienced little kayaker, and while he doesn't love it, he does put up with it, so we are kayaking. The water we're in right now is pretty shallow. I can touch the bottom with my paddle, and we are fighting a little bit of a headwind. It would be very handy if you scooted up in that front 2 feet. You don't wanna? It's okay right now, but I have definitely been battling a pretty strong headwind and some pretty significant chop in the water. So we're just gonna power through, and I will see you when we reach Blue Spring. We are almost to Box Canyon, which is just downstream from the spring. So we're almost there. It's taken a little while, and it's windy, and the wind is blowing this way against us. We made it, and it's nice to be in this little nice calm cove. But I gotta tell you, the water is crystal clear and quite lovely, but this is not as impressive as they make it look in Instagram pictures. It's neat. We're about to hit a rock. It's a neat place. It's a cool little cove, but yeah, not quite as cool as the Instas make it out to be. Probably doesn't bode well that there's turkey vultures flying all around. It definitely isn't as big as it looks in pictures. Like, they make it look really big, and it's not that big. It's still cool. If you have the chance, you should come down here. But maybe on not such a windy day. It was pretty challenging trying to paddle upstream and against the wind. I'm hoping it's just the way the wind is blowing in this little kind of amphitheater almost, but it very much now feels like it's blowing in the opposite direction. I was hoping I would have the wind at my back for the paddle home, but that might not be the case. He's scooched himself even further back. Oh, fluffy dog. I'm out of the river. It was getting a little cold there toward the end. I mean, not like hypothermic cold, but definitely a little chilly. I was out there for about 3 hours. I couldn't film all that much just because I was doing so much work paddling. Even on the way back. This is kind of crazy. But now we need to go find a campsite, and I know where we're going, and ooh, it's a ways. So I gotta get booking. I do think it was well worth paying money for the launch site, because it did get me closer to the springs, and that would have been just hellish if I were further away. It was a lot of work, but it was not hellish. And a very key thing, the guy who gave me my parking pass brought up a big image of the satellite view on his computer to show me exactly where to go. And it would have been a little trickier to find if I hadn't had that. And he gave me really good directions on how to get to it. And that was key. It was just really overcast, but now it's officially rain. I'm really glad it didn't rain when we were on the river. It's windy. But I had to come show you guys this overlook. It's impressive. These are the Soldier Mountains, and I'm sure they're not going to come out that great on GoPro, but they are really quite impressive. It's getting quite cold out there now. The actual air temperature isn't that bad. It's 51, but the wind is blowing like mad. Hey, dear. Road closed ahead. But maybe it opens tomorrow.
How are you doing?
Good. I saw a sign that said road closed ahead.
Yeah.
Where is it closed? How far?
So Fault Summit, which is, it's the first major turnout. There's a road grader and a couple vehicles.
So the road is closed about a mile ahead of where we are. There's a beautiful view right here. But we can't get to where I was going, which is to a hot spring. That would have been really awesome. Especially after paddling so much, my arms are sore. but it's closed. I just talked to the sheriff who was patrolling this area looking for people trying to get past the road closure. I wouldn't go past a road closure, but apparently people do. And yeah, I gotta make a new plan. Back down the mountain we go. I need to get a better cell signal so I can figure out an alternative camping spot tonight. I just went down the road a little bit and found this little random 2-track dirt road. I'm gonna see if it leads back to a campsite. Got a nice pile of bones there for you, Fluffy. And some trash. We'll pick up the trash and take it with us when we go. I wish people would not leave their trash, but it happens. This really is a beautiful camp spot. And any other time I would be like, yes! But I was really looking forward to the hot springs. I guess I just gotta get over that. At least I do have some good food. I'm gonna just reheat this yummy meat and onions and cheese and garlic and stuff taco filling that my friend made last night. This is probably more than 3 nights dinner. Sour cream and hot sauce. Now we try to wrap them up so that all the stuff doesn't fall out of them. It'll probably still fall out. The sky's getting prettier. With that, I'm gonna eat my burritos and crawl into the Jeep. I want to thank all of you guys for coming along with us. If you liked this video, subscribe below, like, comment. It costs nothing and it really does help. We'll see you down the road.